What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of nftwins. Today we're talking about the dum 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 dum. Yes, you got it. The Empire Strikes Back. No, actually, it is Clone Wars Part 2. Who is gonna be the Alpha Twin of the week? Lucas, are you fucking ready?
Of course, the Alpha Twin is ready. So I'm ready to spit out some business ideas. But, I let the Beta Twin start this time so you can maybe get a chance to win this time. And of course, at the end of the episode, we're also going to talk about unreasonable advice. So DMs that we got from our listeners. And we trying to give, well, our advice, even though it's definitely not reasonable. So take it with a big grain of salt.
All right, for my topic, I wanted to tell a story. So last week I was in the sauna because I love going to the sauna. I work out 4 days, and then the fifth day I go in the sauna like for 30 minutes, and then ice bath. And actually, I met a guy from the US there, and he is like Windsor, like he works with wines, and he's a farmer as a trade, and he wants to bring wine to Spain, actually grow it here. He tried to do it in Texas, and now do it here. And we're talking and talking. He said, like, look, it's really, really hard to start wine businesses, especially since they have a long-term vision, and like growing wines takes a few years.
Or
And
especially
then he was like,
reputation, right? I can imagine, like in general, because they're like, "Oh, this is fancy. This winery has a 200-year history."
exactly. I mean, it's all about storytelling, right? A wine is like, at some point, are there truly differences? I don't know. But I mean, there's also
The good
studies to
old,
show the longer
oh,
a menu or descriptive of a food item is,
yes.
the better it is rated. So the same with wine, right? If you're on the back of the wine, it says, "Hey, it was here and here better, like vineyard for 150 years." People love tradition, and that's why it's mostly better. Coming back to it, so his goal is to basically make Spanish wine more popular, also internationally, because everyone knows Italian wine, but in the US, also Spanish wine is not that popular. And in the short term, he was thinking of making money because he's from the US. He wants to stay in Spain. So currently, he's looking into working marketing or starting his own thing to generate revenue. So I was like, "Look, have you ever?" Because he was doing wine tours, and I was like, "Look, I'm from Germany, and we're from a wine region." And so I told him, like, "Look, have you ever thought about actually doing like a Funstefart?" He's like, "What the
Okay,
fuck is
Mark,
that?" I was
what
like, "Well,
is
it's a
that
German word. You wouldn't
exactly?
know." So basically, this is a wine tour in the back of a trailer on a tractor. So you get your best 10 friends, or I don't know, I think up to
Oh
15
man.
people. You sit on the back of a fucking tractor. Well, actually, it's a trailer on the track behind the tractor, and you get fucking shit faced. You get wine bottles, there's music, you sit somewhat comfortable. You sit and you just drink. All right. And then you
Well, and you're
drive from one.
driving, yeah, right?
Exactly. You drive from one wine vineyard to the next vineyard. You have really nice, it's usually mostly beautiful days, and then you drive through the epic scenery. So that actually the journey is the goal, and you're enjoying the whole process. Versus like other wine tours are like I don't know, you're in a car driving from A to B. You can't drink while doing that, etc. And this is something apparently that doesn't exist here in Spain. That's what he told me. I was like, hmm,
This
really?
this also has two benefits, right? So first of all, once you had this experience, you will associate this with the brand, which makes you automatically, once you've been there, like you will buy this wine, yes or yes, because it was just like so cool to experience. You had it with your friends, and then you might even tell your friends. So I think that's a first of all awesome for Airbnb experiences you can offer there, and then also like once you're there, people will buy.
So the idea is to call it Vino wagon. Obviously, wagon because it is what it is, and Vino because it's Vino. Like Lucas mentioned already, probably the best target group is people with a lot of like disposable income. So usually these are foreigners in Spain, mostly Americans, etc. Because it's like an experience that they haven't experienced before. Maybe also some Germans because it's something that they like and then used to from home. The idea is that him, or like let's say Vino wagon, basically connects boutique wines or wineries with transport from going from like from winery 1, 2, 3, 4. It makes it a whole experience. And then personalizing, going like, "Hey, we're going to winery A, tell them a story about it, make even bites to eat, wine tasting."
Yeah.
And then you do that to 2 or 3. I think you shouldn't do more than that because then it's probably a little bit too much. And So why does it work, Lucas? So I'm gonna give you two things why I think it works, and then maybe you'll add a few things onto it as well. So I
Please.
think one thing, novelty. I think these people probably haven't seen that before. Most people, Americans, not. It's like it combines also charm for farm life and like I don't know, it's like something that people haven't. It's also maybe some nostalgia, right? You're like, man, back in the day, this is so cool. People used to live in these vineyards, etc. It's really really cool. It's a very unique experience. People love talking about something that is unique and they haven't done before. Second of all, we live in the 21st century, so it's Instagrammable. Well, if you have a fucking cool tractor and you sit in the back, people can fucking take videos, they post about it, they tag you in it. So you already have social media content. It's really easy to make already because it's something that's very Instagrammable, right? People love
Yeah.
this shit. Then, then obviously you have another thing is look, you can have partnerships with wineries because they will just get more traffic, right? Than just regular foot traffic. So you can have better deals, you get commissions, etc.
I have a point there.
And another thing on the more boring side, better for the people, they don't have to drink and drive because they get picked up and dropped off.
Very,
So what are
very,
your thoughts on
very
that?
important.
Well, I didn't or why it works. Do you want to continue on this or should I go on the
Yes,
business model
I
of it?
think both of it. So first of all, I had to think in general, especially here in Barcelona or in the region, you have the calçots. So basically, each
Oh
year you
yes.
have
Yeah.
during the season,
Oh,
like the
nice.
onions, where you eat these onions for like, I don't know, I think the events are like
So
30, 40
expensive. Oh
bucks.
shit.
Exactly. And you go there, it's entire experience. And I thought I was like, I had to think about it, something very similar. And you could do that as well with like the wine, right? You can combine it even. But even though the calzotte's only for a season, but imagine like you getting the wine experience and afterwards you go to a place and eat all these onions, which I think is like very, very cool to combine it. Or also makes,
Ah, I know if wine with onions goes so well, bro.
and who knows? You never know. I mean, I mean, why would you anyways eat these onions? But I mean, I haven't tried them to be honest. My other point is what I really, really like is that it already we know it works in a different market, right? Even though you normally cannot take one thing that works in one market to another one. But I believe that one for sure works because tourists in general love this. So because most of these tours are actually booked from tourists and fits it fits perfectly in with the social media, Instagram. Like, just think about it. You can focus on, what is it called? Despedida de soltero, like bachelor party
Ah,
or bachelorette
yeah.
parties, right? So you can combine it there perfectly. So I think it's all about how to promote it on social media.
I agree. And I mean, the business model is very simple, right? You sell tickets, give discount for group tickets. You have premium packages, and get commissions from wineries. So you get have two sides. You get money from the wineries as well as from people directly paying with you, like
Well,
purchasing
technically, you
stuff.
can just buy the wine directly at the normal marketplace or a little bit reduced, and then you just need the permission that you're allowed to drive in the vineyard,
I mean,
right?
that's what you're doing anyways, Lucas. But the point is that then the actual wine tasting will still be done locally, right? You
Yeah.
bring them to the winery there, and then that's still done, right? That's the whole point. So you have both, and you have picnic and all that stuff. So very, very easy business model. Obviously, you do this in kind of wine regions where you have vineyards, so you are a little bit
Do you know where the
restricted based
closest
on
is
the
one?
region.
Where the closest vineyard is
Uh,
here?
Oof, I think an hour from here, Lucas, but I'm not sure. I think
God
it's
damn.
further up north, close to
I'm looking it up right now. Oh, actually,
uh
okay. There's actually one not too far from here.
yeah.
Mhm. Interesting. All right, Mark, I like the idea. I mean, I'm not sure whether I can compete with the good old my idea, which is called are you ready, Mark? Are you ready for
Oh hell yeah, my
Puff
boy! I
Pop?
already got the trailer. The
All right.
trailer. I already got it.
All right. So mine is called Puff Pop. Or no, actually
Puff pop.
Pup. Sorry, Puff Pop. My bad.
Puff pop. I was like, damn boy, that's not what I saw before and what I read.
Or
I
you
was like,
can go for
what?
the Fluff and Go or the
Fluff
Wolf
and go.
Dry. The Wolf Dry, I also
Fluff
like
and go,
that.
fluff and go, fluff and
Fluff
go,
and Go. All
fluff and
right,
go.
because names are power. So as we know, so Fluff and Go. All right. So what is it? basically, like we are like so our parents they have a Labrador, and when they're here in Barcelona, we go to the beach, and then afterwards he's super sandy. Or if he goes to a park, man, dogs get messy, especially on rainy days, right? So you go in the dog park, they're sandy, they're dirty, and then of course you take them home. You have to give them a shower personally, or you have like schedule every few or 3 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever. Like you go and professionally get the dog cleaned, right? This costs between 80 to 100 euros. And this man, you have to go there. So you already have to go out of your uncomfort zone. Now, I'm
Well, also it
presenting to
takes a
you.
long time. It takes a long time too, huh?
Yeah, and then you have to go to like, well, it's just like the biggest problem is more not the time it takes itself, but that you have to schedule and then go out of your way to get there. Now, let me present you to Fluff and Go. Fluff and Go is basically a vending machine for dog washing and drying that you can put in any park. It just needs electricity as well as access to water, right? So basically, in dog parks, the government or the city could put these places and then charge, I don't know, 5 to 10 euros per wash. You just put the dog in there, press the button, it washes the dog and cleans it. I found a sick video on a guy who just promotes business ideas. I'm not sure how fast it actually will pay back for itself, but I thought it's like very, very interesting. Let me just share my screen for a second. Here we
It is
go.
really I like the idea a lot
All
because
right.
I don't know if
All
there's
right.
more. Yeah.
Here, look at this.
Let's
Self-servicing.
let's mute the video.
Look at this. Like crazy. Like the dog is just in there getting washed.
It's
All
really,
right.
really cool. I mean,
Gets
the only
out.
thing is, like, it's very, very novel. I'm not sure how much it actually cleans a dog if there's sand in it, but it's super, super cool because this is not something I haven't ever seen. I've seen this only on the internet, and if this is something that you can get here, bro, it's just so novel. I'm not sure if they would put their dog in it. Probably have to do some convincing, but
But also my point is like, especially in dog parks, right? Because I think that's also very, very important. Because dog parks, it's more about the dust. So it's like with water, you can rinse it off. Whereas, like, if you have a really sandy, might be hard to get out. But I thought it was a very cool idea because in the end, man, especially in Western countries, in the Western world, there are more dogs than kids. So, like some countries, I was like, yes, that's like a no brainer. And if you think about it, how much people spend for the dogs, like the dog from our parents, man, he eats like better meat than we getting, It's just like,
it's true. I mean, the trend is going only upwards, right? Like, people are spending more and more on dogs, and people are getting more and more dogs. It wasn't just during COVID, it's just in general because,
yeah.
I don't know, our generation doesn't have a lot of kids anymore. Their
Also,
dog is their kid.
I looked it up how much these dog wash machine and dryer cost.
How much?
The dryer costs roughly 2 to 3K, and then washing is another like two. Like let's
I
say,
thought it was one single machine.
yeah, I saw one for 3,600, but it's like, no, it's a dryer, and then the other one washing is another 2K. So let's say even if it's like if you combine them and you build them, it's like 5K. But you just put them in these dog, bro.
Bro, it's really, really cool because it's do it yourself. You can do whatever hour, you just go with your dog there. You don't have anything to wait, just go in
Well, I
there,
mean,
do
you
it.
just play with the dog, and then it's like, ah, shit. All right, here we go. Put it in there. Pay with NFC. So you just have you pay with your phone, and then of course the only thing you have to be careful about is like vandalism and stuff like this, because that's always a fucking
Well, you do it,
people
like,
like,
close to I wouldn't put it like, look, for example, here in Barcelona, I would put it close to the dog beach, like where the
yeah,
centro comercial is, the shopping mall is, right? You go there?
yeah.
Why not? There's a lot of fucking foot traffic people will see, like, "Look, oh my god, what the fuck is this?" And they're like, "Oh my god, look here. This is new."
Well, in general,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
dog parks are, I think that's super, super cool. Also, it's like, man, you don't have to go to a groomer. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I
All
know.
right.
Look, for example, a friend that I'm working out with, she has a big dog, and she has to go every Saturday to clean the dog, wash
Oh,
the dog, and, dry it, and it takes her every single time 2 to 3 hours.
and
Every
costs
Saturday.
what,
It's a hassle.
80 bucks, something like this probably.
No, I think she pays less because she does it herself. I think she pays, like, 30 or something, 35,
Ah,
which
she
is
goes
still a
to a
lot
do
in
yourself
Spain.
place.
Yeah, exactly. She does it herself. So that's the thing. So she's there for 2 to 3 hours. Fucking
Oh
pain in the
shit.
ass. Like, if you can cover that with some other thing, it's like, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah. All right, Mark. Now I want to go to our well. By the way, guys, in the comments below, let us know which is the alpha twin for the upcoming week, or until we have the next
Which
Clone
one is better?
Wars.
Which is a cool business idea? I think this is gonna be an easy one here. I think even I have to give it to the. Well, wait. Depends on
I
the
like
name. What are you
both.
choosing, Lucas? Fluff,
Fluff and go.
fluff and go. I like fluff and go. It's nice. Or dog and dry.
Yeah. Also not bad. All right, Mark. Now we got from two users, we got two questions in. And yeah, let's get it out, Mark. So first one, I'm gonna read it to
Listeners.
you. Everyone around plays it safe. How do I stay bold without becoming a loner? Well, I can take that question.
Yes,
So
please.
that question, I was like, honestly, it doesn't matter if you're a loner for a period of time, because if those people who don't support you when you are trying to reach your goal, like, they're not gonna be the friends you wanna be with, right? Because in the end, it's like there's always a period of loneliness while developing or going to the next level. So because your old friends are not close enough to you anymore, and the ones who you wanna be friends with are not ready yet. So there's always a transition period where people are not ready. They're like it's like they're in the Rocky cutscene, right? So you're working on yourself for a long period of time, but all these scenes, like, this could be years, like, are normally in the movies, like 30 seconds. So I would say, hey, like, don't worry about it. Just keep improving on yourself. And yeah, be bold. Because like if you're bold, also people respect people who are bold. If you're bold and you don't just say it, but actually do those things, you will go far. Even though it might take a lot of years to get there. We're still on it. Hey, we're still on the process as well. Almost 7 years on the go. No, more than seven
That's true.
already.
That's true. All right, I'll take the next one. So the next one is everyone says follow your passion, but mine doesn't pay. Advice. So I ever think about a quote from Scott Galloway, and he says, "Don't follow your passion, do what you're good at." So the thing is this: usually, when you are good at something or becoming good at something, it turns into a passion, right? Or you enjoy it because sometimes passion is like, look, I don't know, my passion. I don't know. I really like going to the gym, but one of my passions, but I'm not gonna be fucking. I'm not great at it or something that I would be like, okay, this is gonna be my money maker, right? Like, where's something that you're unique and are really, really good at? 'Cause at some point, I know, maybe you are really good at writing poetry, right? Maybe that's your thing. You don't really like it necessarily right now. You're just like, oh, it's okay. I enjoy it, but it's not my passion. But the thing is, the better you get at it, and the more, if you find a way to monetize it, the more it will turn into your passion, right? Like same with coding. I really, really like coding right now. I'm becoming better and better, which then
All right.
I can monetize.
But the question is here, the question is more focused on it doesn't pay, right? They're doing their passion. Like, should they follow it? Should they keep going? All right. I give my 2 cents on this topic. I would say, hey, keep doing or working on your passion, because one time it will pay out. Doesn't matter. Like, look at Mr. Beast. At the beginning, he was just like cutting through a plastic table with a plastic knife or plastic knives, thousands, to cut them, right? Because he was passionate about to become the best YouTuber. At like 10, 15 years ago, nobody would have thought that a YouTuber can become a career. So it doesn't matter if right now you're not making money with it. There will come a point in time, because with the internet, no matter how niche your passion is, there are millions of people who will also be interested in it. You just need to find a way to reach them. So that would be my 2 cents on the topic.
No, 100%, but I'm just like saying, like, in terms of professional, like professional jobs, etc., all this stuff. Like, the more there's people that probably never started off being passionate about being accounting, but it turns out they're
Yeah.
really good at it, and then makes it like what you like. It's the same with we don't eat the food we like. We like the food we eat. So what it means is the more you eat a specific food, the more you turn into liking it,
Yeah.
right? It's like the normal reaction if you give a kid or let's say an adult, not a young adult, drinks alcohol, the first reaction is usually, "Ugh, what is this?" And then you acquire the taste.
Yeah.
It's just like because the more you use it, you're more connected, etc., and the more you actually like it. It's the same for me. It's the same principle. I'm not sure this is definitely bro science, but it's the same idea. The better you get at it, the more you're gonna like it.
But that was not the question mark. The question was he
Well,
already
it
has
kind
a
of is the
passion.
question. Yeah,
No,
he has
because
a passion,
he
but it doesn't
has a
matter
passion.
monetizing. Yeah, but the thing is like just because I'm passionate doesn't necessarily look. There's two ways to play this, right? Like for some passions, it's gonna be really, really hard to monetize, right? And there will be a way to monetize it. You have to just find it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's two ways. I'm just saying that there's two ways. Just because is it really your passion or not? You know what I mean? Because people sometimes say they're passionate, but they're just like because they're good at it.
Or they just because they might believe they need to say it's their passion because that's the only thing that how other people define them,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, anything can become your passion. Also, like I
Valid
believe
point.
follow your dreams and everything. I think it's hard work, a lot of hard work.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing when people always say, "Oh yeah, working on your own business, it must be so great." I'm like, "Hey, I love doing it, but man, there's so many like this goes like this, especially if it's not if there's no momentum, right? Because as long as there's momentum, everything feels easy, right? You're growing, etc. But as soon as you don't grow or the company's not taking off, it's a lot of hard work, especially mental focus. So it's also your passion, right? You believe right now you've been working on it for a year, 2 years. It can take, I don't know, 3, 4 years, 5 years. And then you might just have that lucky break and make money from it, but it's about the consistency and constantly trying to improve.
Agree, agree. Any
All
other
right,
advice,
everybody.
Lucas?
No, I think that's it for the day. I think in the next episode, for sure, if we have other questions coming up, I'm sure happy to answer them. But otherwise, everybody, leave us below who's the alpha twin for this app or this next
Who's the
period.
winner?
Exactly.
Is it the Vino wagon or is it the dry doggy?
Puff and go, puff and go.
Fluffy and go?
Oh, fluff and go. All right, everybody. Hope you liked it. Catch you next one. Peace.